What happens when humanity is no longer the apex predator, but merely livestock? Imagine a civilization that has conquered disease, mastered fusion energy, and spread across the stars, only to be extinguished in a single afternoon by an enemy so advanced they view us not as warriors, but as resources to be harvested. This is the harrowing and humbling premise of The Mercy of Gods, the first book in the new Captives War series from James S. A. Corey, the masterminds behind The Expanse. If you are looking for an audiobook that strips away the comfort of human exceptionalism and replaces it with a chilling, intelligent, and deeply emotional struggle for survival, this is the listen that will redefine your understanding of First Contact. Corey crafts a narrative that is less about space battles and more about the terrifying efficiency of an alien empire, forcing listeners to confront the fragility of our existence in a cold, indifferent universe. The story begins on Carthage, a lush, Earth-like colony world where humanity has built a utopia of science and cooperation. But the peace is shattered when the Carryx, a hive-like empire of insectoid conquerors, arrive. They do not negotiate, they do not declare war. They simply descend, dismantle human society, and harvest the population. Among the survivors is Dafyd Alkema, a brilliant Zooan biologist who is spared not out of mercy, but because his knowledge is useful. He is taken, along with thousands of others, to serve the Carryx. The horror here is not just in the violence, but in the bureaucracy of it. The Carryx are efficient, logical, and utterly devoid of empathy. They see humans as biological components in their vast machine, valuable only for what they can contribute before they are discarded. Dafyd must navigate this nightmare, pretending to be compliant while secretly plotting resistance, all while grappling with the guilt of survival and the loss of everything he loved. What makes The Mercy of Gods such a compelling audiobook experience is its shift in tone from the swashbuckling adventure of The Expanse to a more somber, psychological thriller. The narrative captures the quiet desperation of the captives and the eerie, clicking silence of the Carryx overlords. You feel the weight of Dafyd's isolation, the crushing pressure of performing for his captors, and the spark of hope that refuses to die. The audiobook format enhances the intimacy of the internal monologue, allowing listeners to hear the subtle shifts in Dafyd's mindset as he transforms from a scientist into a spy. The soundscapes described in the book, from the sterile labs of the Carryx ships to the vibrant, lost memories of Carthage, are rendered with immersive detail, creating a stark contrast between beauty and brutality. The character development is profound, focusing on the resilience of the human spirit in the face of absolute domination. Dafyd is not a soldier, he is a thinker, and his weapons are observation, deduction, and deception. His relationship with other captives, particularly those who have broken under the pressure, adds emotional depth to the plot. The Carryx are not cartoonish villains, they are a complex society with their own history, logic, and vulnerabilities. Understanding them becomes the key to survival, raising questions about communication, culture, and the nature of intelligence. This intellectual approach to conflict keeps the listener engaged, as every interaction is a high-stakes puzzle where a wrong move means death. The pacing is deliberate yet tense, building a slow burn suspense that explodes in moments of high drama. Corey does not rely on constant action. Instead, he builds tension through the threat of discovery and the moral dilemmas faced by the protagonists. Just when you think there is no way out, a small act of defiance opens a new path. The twist involving the true nature of the Carryx weakness is both surprising and scientifically grounded, offering a satisfying resolution to the immediate crisis while setting the stage for a larger war. For fans of Arrival, District 9, and The Expanse, The Mercy of Gods offers a fresh perspective on alien invasion, focusing on adaptation rather than annihilation. For anyone interested in hard science fiction, sociological thrillers, or stories of resistance, The Mercy of Gods is a must-listen. It challenges the notion that technology equals superiority, suggesting that empathy and creativity are the true strengths of humanity. The audiobook production brings the alien world to life, with voice actors capturing the distinct voices of the humans and the unsettling rhythms of the Carryx. Whether you are commuting, working, or relaxing, this book offers an escape into a universe that is dangerous, beautiful, and profoundly thought-provoking. Prepare to have your assumptions shattered and your hope renewed. Hit play on The Mercy of Gods and witness the beginning of a war fought not with guns, but with minds.